Hello, welcome back. Now, I've just gotten back from a shakedown test on this thing up in the Victorian High Country. I pretty much loaded the bike up with everything that I'm going to be taking on my big trip, which is in 6 weeks' time, roughly, and minus a few things. Everything went pretty good, but then some things didn't. My ribs are a bit sore still. Apparently there's a lot of snow coming. Okay, slight problem. See what's missing? GoPro. Yeah, it's in the middle of the highway, up the road. So I'm just going to give this thing a wash now. You continue to watch what happened, and we're going to talk about what's coming up. Welcome to Traralgon. So just heading through here, and I'm going to head out to Stratford Bakery for some Mornos, and then we're on the way to Dargo. I'll go check out Dargo pub, a few roads around there, and then hopefully we'll see if we can get through to Mount Hotham. It snowed up there yesterday, so we'll see how we go. So here's the plan. We're going to leave Traralgon, take the back roads and stop at Stratford Bakery, check them out, and then on our way to Dargo we'll have some lunch at the hotel there, and then take the Dargo High Plains Road to the junction for Hotham. Camp the night at a town called Smoko. Come through Meenian, check out some red gum art there. Got to go check out Beechworth Bakery, and then find out what the little fuss is about Ned Kelly before fanging it back down the Hume Highway to Wallen, which there's a very good reason why we're stopping here, which we'll get to a bit later, before continuing down the Hume Highway into Melbourne, and then fanging it back down the Princes Highway back into Traralgon. So yeah, let's see how all that went. I think everyone's got the same idea today. Life is busy. We're coming into winter, but the leaves haven't all turned yellow yet and fallen off the trees. Bit of a late season. It's been a bit of a late season for the past probably 5 years really. For everything. Summer's later, spring's later, so I think we should look at changing the dates of the seasons. Hotham River. Low. One of the worst things they did was put this roundabout in. Up on the bakery. Bakery. Right here. Boom. The front. Okay, so the bakery didn't have any iced apple cakes. They don't make them anymore, apparently. New owners. And the pepper steak pies have changed to just pepper pies, which is mince, and it didn't taste like any pepper. So everything was hot and fresh, so they probably get 4 stars out of 10. But apart from that, nope. Okay, well it's there, but I'm going to type it anyway. We are off to Dargon. Dargo was its name. So this is Myers Flat, which when I camped here 30 plus years ago, it never used to have a name and didn't have any picnic tables or never extended out that way. Didn't have a toilet block, it's got a toilet block now. But this used to be a lot wider. These trees are all grown in. And this used to be the way down to get the water and everything. Obviously it still is, but it's a lot wider than it used to be too. Lots of floods over the years. Used to be able to be nice gentle down into the water. She's pretty deep and wide now. Lots of gold in there, that's for sure. Yeah, so this is where I camped 30 plus years ago. There's still similar things, but yeah, a lot's changed. Be interesting to find a few old photos, because these trees, like I know that tree still existed, because I remember a big tree being next to the water entry point. But yeah, so these trees 30 plus years ago would have been a lot smaller. Let's go for a little ride around this way. Yeah, you never used to be able to go this far down, that's for sure. So there's 4 drivers that made their own little track, their own little campground. Oh! Ow! Yeah, that was stupid. I know you had it. Oh, that was silly. Oh, I swallowed my camera gear too. Oh, she's stuck. Alright, take all this off again. Oh, right, well that's what you get for not paying attention. So, come down this way, just hit this little shadow muddy bit, tried to turn, felt the front end slipping, so I gave it a little bit, and poof, down she went. Yeah, not fun. Oh well, had to happen sometime. Here we go, check out the view here. So, This whole river used to be, that wide, and the two actually joined, but was never ever this wide, and it was like a nice little slope up the embankments. So all this erosion here and crazy weather over the last 30 years since I've been here. Alright, now let's see if this thing's going to start. We're still running. Alright. Well, that's a start. Right. Hour and a half, 78 Ks. Oh, I've definitely done something to these ribs. Does not tickle. Alright. Alright, direct in front, top of the ridge there is the Great Alpine Road that takes you into Hotham Heights. As you can see, there's this, well, on the GoPro here, there's a bit of snow up there. I really don't want to be riding on a slippery snow. Can't see a thing. At least the gate's open. Oh, it's an all new gate. This is new. That's what the roadworks is. Bright 45 and Hotham 10. Now someone's hit this sign. That used to be straight. St. Bernard Hospice, 1,475 metres. Yeah. I think I'll head down into Bright. Alright, so road's still good so far. Unless it's just because of the snow. Like, I could be doing this on the other side of the mountain, but I have to do it on both sides. Nope. Because of the road. What are they doing? Vacuum in the road, dropping a bit of asphalt. Oh. They're washing the road. Got some soap there, giving it a bit of a scrub and then vacuuming it up for some reason. I suppose it's got something to do with the snow and the ice, I got no idea. Alright, so it's 5:15. Just got the tent set up. A bit of a campsite. It's a little town called Smoko, which is towards the bright side of, off the top of Mount Hotham. It's about, I think, 15 k's into Bright, which I went in there before just to fuel up, and then came back out this way because I noticed there was like a free camp, so I had a toilet block down there. I'll just finish getting my bed ready, put some dinner on, and call it a night. So we'll see how we go. Alrighty, we are off to Beechworth. I'll just back it up out of this hole. Chain's a little bit loose. So 75 k's to Beechworth. No cyclists. Gonna head off to Beechworth. Supposedly there's a good bakery there, and then head off to Glen Rowan. I'll talk about that a little bit more when we get there. Get down this little dicky road. Not sure if it is or not, but it is today. Car park. And we're in. Tree sculpture. Hans Knorr was known worldwide for his sculptures and resided at historic Mariang Homestead with his wife Hildy, and 6 kilometres from Myrtleford. Alright, so this is the tree, I'm guessing. Completion 1986. Yep, River Red Gum. Oh, so he's like sculpted it out with all grinders and all that fun stuff, and then people have just come up and touched it. It's a fair effort. So unveiled 15th of the 4th, 1986. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's jump back on the bike and keep going to Beechworth. Stopping. Alright, so at the famous Beechworth bakery in Beechworth, so the original one, got a mocha and it says pepper and steak pie, so we'll see how it all goes. Alright, mocha's a fail. For such a massive bakery, it took forever. There were about 20 people working there, and it took the longest I've ever taken to get a coffee from anywhere. And then expect it to taste good? Nope. Alright, Right, so it looks like there's a bit of pepper on top. Let's see what the fire's like. Yeah. Give the pie a 6 out of 10. Don't know what's going on up here. Better be roadworks. It's so annoying when you've got all these roadworks out and they're not doing a thing. Oh, this is so annoying. Standing around, doing nothing. Oh, we're just waiting for someone else to do that work. We've dug a hole. What else? What more do you want? Oh, see, our job's done for the day. We've dug a hole. What more can we do? Alright, so there we have the big Ned Kelly here in Glenrowan. Let's go to the next spot. Okay, slight problem. See what's missing? GoPro. Yeah, it's in the middle of the highway. Up the road. Let's go see if we can find it. That's not cool. I think the car behind me actually ran it over. Let's go have a look. Well, I hope it's just up here, put it that way. Alright, I'll let you know if I find it. Okay, so I found it. The bracket's just completely sheared itself off. GoPro's a mess, missing the lens cover. As long as it's got the SD card. Yep. It's alright, but that camera is totaled. Factory mount. I think it's just fully vibrated. Well, I'm on the highway. Shouldn't have been an issue. About 200 meters back from where the bike was. That is just annoying. Well, I'm sort of glad it happened now as opposed to on the big trip, but that is really annoying. Pretty sure the four-wheel drive behind me nailed it. It fell off to the right. So I took the keys, but I left my phone. Anyone could have just pulled over. Just put it back in its case to minimise some room. There we go. Smash it back in there. Look at that, like new. Alright, which bag? Probably this one. Alrighty, I'll turn you off, and I think the next stop I've got coming up is Wallen, which I'll explain more why I'm stopping there in a minute. Alrighty, here we are at BP Services Wallen southbound, which is just a bit north of Melbourne. But the one I want to talk about is the one across the road there, which is northbound BP Services, because that will be my first fuel stop for my big trip coming up in 6 weeks' time, which I know I haven't talked about just yet, but we'll get there. Had a few things happen along the trip. So as you can see, a little bit muddy. Currently missing a GoPro, but I found it. The original mount just decided to break. What else happened on this trip? My air mattress decided to give up, so have to get a new air mattress before the big trip, and had my first stack where I had to pick the bike up, and looks like I've pulled some muscles in between my ribs. So got to get that fixed in the next 6 weeks. But apart from that, successful trip. Alright, let's get back on the road and keep it going. Oh, put pressure on the left side is when it hurts the ribs. Alrighty, so currently in the car park at the hospital. Just about to go in, gonna get these ribs checked out because 3 days later seems to be getting a lot worse. So I just really want to see if they're bruised or if I do have a crack in them, because yeah, 6 weeks time, heading up north. So hopefully it's nothing major. Alrighty, so 7 hours later, just left the hospital. Found out that I've got a fractured 7th rib on my left side, which explains the pain, but explains sort of what I was thinking anyway, but it's definitely confirmed. So what can you do about it? Nothing. You just gotta rest, and that's about all you can do. So it's not fully broken all the way through sticking out, but it's fractured. So yeah, so 7 hours later, found that out.